tell you something. You know, when as you go into the club, you know, the main hall, there's a thing there for doing your heart. Do you know how to use that?
AED.
I mean, I see them. You know, they're out there in the open in these boxes, and I'm thinking, you know, are they always going to work?
Yes. I'll tell you something about an AED.
Because somebody's got to know how to use that.
No, you don't. That's
don't
why
know.
it's there. No. As soon as you take it off the wall, as soon as you open it, it starts giving you instructions.
What, verbally?
Yes.
That's good to know.
It will tell you exactly what to do.
Okay.
All you have to do is to take it off the wall, open it, and it will start to speak to you. And if you do anything wrong, it won't work.
Okay.
Because it's got stickers where you're supposed to place, and it'll tell you where to place the stickers.
So you rip the clothing, all the clothing off?
Well...
I mean, you know, you've got to move, haven't you?
Yes.
You can't hang about.
No, but you've got to get to skin.
The skin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, maintaining decent, what's it called? Not decency.
Well, no, I agree. It depends
With a
who
P. Anyway, keeping them, you know, you don't just suddenly rip off a woman's top.
No, okay, point taken.
Is it prudity? No, not prudity. I don't know, it'll come to me. But anyway, you try to maintain a level of decency in exposing skin, but you've got to get down to skin.
You've got to get,
And you've got to examine, like the ABCs, you've got to check their airways, to check that they're breathing, and check also that their heart's beating. And then once you've gone through that, but with the AED, that's like the Rolls Royce of CPR. It'll tell you to start giving breaths. It'll tell you how many compressions to do while it's warming up, while it's analyzing if there's a heartbeat or not.
Oh, so you've attached these electrodes or something?
Yes,
and then it's
top and then to the back.
So it's measuring the heart.
So it's measuring the heart, it's actually a heart, because what it does, it'll deliver a shock to kick the heart back into making compressions. Yeah.
I mean, it just seems a little bit in the middle of nowhere to start doing this. It's a little bit sort of...
Yeah, but you could save a life.
I see them. Well, not all over the place, but I see quite a few. You know, telephone box or the church hall.
In any place where there is a fire extinguisher, you'll mostly find an AED now.
No, okay, well.
In anywhere that's public, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's almost obliged now for health and safety, because it saves lives.
It really does. Really does.
It does. Because there's that moment, if somebody gets, if somebody's not having a heart attack, the machine won't work. It will not deliver that shock.
Oh, it seems to acknowledge there's no heart. It's not a heart issue.
If there is no heart, it'll tell you clear. So that means everybody, hands off. You're not touching the patient. You make sure that all the way around the patient is not lying in a puddle of water. And somebody standing 2 feet further up is also standing in the same puddle, because it's a shock. It's an electric impulse, and that will go through the body and into anything that is what's the word, that can generate electricity, and that can be unpleasant. So before you know it, you might have another casualty. It's that the area surrounding the patient is clear, then they're on a dry surface, even dry surface.
Yeah.
And once the shock is administered, it'll tell you to get back onto compressions while it analyzes. So there's no absence of blood moving through the body. Because what actually causes heart attacks to be fatal is that the heart stops and then the tissue starts to die.
In the heart?
Everywhere in the body.
Okay, okay.
The big computer.
Is the brain, right? Okay, it's a big one.
Once that starts to... It just increases the risk of not being able to get going full recovery. Yeah.
Sure, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, it's good to know, because I've seen it, and I said to David, I said, do you know how to use it? And he says, no. Oh, we better find out, because...
It's everything is in the books.
Okay, it's easy.
It's very easy. I tell you,
I've heard that before.
No, this is serious. Once you take it down and you open it, it's easy. It's easy.
Okay.
It's easy. It's very, very, and it's made that way to prevent.
Sure, yeah.
That is saving lives. I mean, it's for that machine being there. It's somebody's future. Someone's going to have a heart attack eventually.
Well, I'm thinking of if I've got to go, it probably would be a heart, to be honest with me, because I think of on the male side, it's always been a heart,
Okay.
So at some point you've got to go, haven't you?
Yeah.
So,
But then let it not be a prolonged, sitting on a breathing machine for a month and then being aware.
Yeah.
Or being in sort of vegetative state.
Sure,
and,
it's terrible,
it is that, or being trapped in your own body, because that's my worst nightmare, really.
Yeah.
Where you can't speak,
Sure, no. Did you, I mean, have you, do you know somebody in your family who's been like that?
No. But it's just that's just my room.
No, I understand.
It's just because when you start to treat somebody who's having a cardiac arrest, they're not conscious. They don't know what's happening. So it's all up to you. You can't say, can you breathe deep now? No, you've got to breathe for them.
Okay.
So you're not only breathing for them, you're not only putting oxygen into them, but you're also making sure that blood keeps moving around the body, coming in your breaths. You breathe for the person. You're actually taking, breathe.
I mean, it surprises me how gentle people are with this breathing into their body. It's quite gentle. And is that how it's meant to be, gentle? I mean,
no, not really. You're literally emptying your lungs. You're taking air in, oxygen in, and you're transferring that oxygen into somebody else.
So you've really got to push it in.
Push that, because it's you've got to get down into, you've got to actually get into the lungs. There's no use breathing for somebody with a soft whisper. It won't get into the lungs. It won't even get down the throat. So what you're doing, and don't forget, you've got your epiglottis that's there, the valve that needs pressure to open. So that's why when you start with CPR, you're asked to tilt the head back, but the act of tilting the head back opens up the oesophagus.
Yeah.
And once you've got that open,
sure,
then you can transfer.
Yeah, because you sort of pull the head back and lift the chin up, and then breathe into it.
Well, not lift the chin up. You're actually pushing the chin down.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. Oh, sorry, the chin down, but this your neck
but the head back,
Yeah.
chin down.
Oh, okay.
And then you open the mouth. You make sure clearly that there's nothing down there that's blocking.
Okay.
And then you're also, while you're breathing, while you're pushing air into that, you're also looking at the chest cavity, to make sure that your breath is actually pushing up. You're filling the air with the lungs with air.
Have you sort of had to do it with anybody?
Yes, I have.
Did it work?
Yes, I did. I brought him back.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I brought him back on a flight. That's on a plane.
Okay.
These things always happen to me. I don't know. I just, God must look at me sometimes and go, "What's I going to do with you?"
So you've got an angel, yeah?
So I don't know. We were on holiday, going to Florence from Gatwick, and halfway through the flight, I hear this scream, literally a scream, a boy, a 14-year-old, 15 maybe child, scream, "Papa, Papa," and it kept getting louder. So we're sitting by the, this is happening behind us now in the aircraft. And I'm like, so I'm sitting in the middle, on the edge. think I'm sitting in the middle. Anyway, so I turn and I look, and there's this man, like this, head back, mouth open, white as a sheet.
Okay.
And his son is sitting next to him. His son was on the aisle, and his missus was on the, and so there's this cacophony of sound and people shouting. And I looked at this thing and I thought to myself, that man's having a heart attack.
Right.
And I got out of my chair.
So he was just sort of comatose.
He was like head back, mouth, and the key thing was that mouth was open, so he was clearly trying to breathe.
Oh, he was trying. It was
like, because all the muscles relax clearly when you have a heart attack.
Okay.
You're not breathing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or taking very shallow breaths, or struggling with pain in the chest or something. But anyway, I don't know. I never had one. So, got out, went round, got over. I think my ex was on the flight, so go around, walked back into the cabin, got there, checked his pulse, no pulse. So I thought to myself, well, I can't do CPR while he's sitting in his chair, waiting for the waitress to come around with his tea. So I need to get him on a flat surface. And this child was like shaking him, and I'm saying, stop, trying, and they didn't speak English. So I'm saying, stop, just stop, so that I can get to grips with this. And as soon as I checked his pulse, I literally picked him up out of his seat and put him on the floor and started compressions.
Yeah, because you've got to sort of level the body out, otherwise,
it's just easier.
Okay. Oh, it's easier.
It's just easier because what you need with compressions, you need something hard, because what you're doing is you're pushing the rib cage. You're pushing literally the rib cage, the sternum, because your hand is here. And if a lot of damage is done by people applying too much pressure, but so go ahead and apply the pressure, because then at least you're getting the heart, pushing blood around.
Sure, right, the cavity. Okay.
So doing compressions and breathing, and compressions and breathing, and then he slowly started to get color, and I checked his and the hostess, the cabin crew were just standing there. I mean, you'd think they would, jump in and take over, and I could go back to watching my film, but they just stood there, and then the doctor, somebody who identifies the kind of doctor, came along. And then when I had done a few, he came along and he checked the pulse, and the guy had a pulse again.
That's good.
So that was very interesting.
Very interesting.
And it worked. That's one of the times.
Well, he must have been about middle age if he had a young son.
Oh yeah.
So it's not like as if he was 80.
He was in his 40s, maybe.
Yeah, no. So he's
early 50s.
Was he fat or anything like that?
No, actually, not. Just normal.
Do you know what I mean? It was just normal guy.
Yeah, but the thing that struck me was that it didn't occur to me to say, can you please move so I can sort of drag him to the guy. I literally leaned over him, picked him up, and then banged him down on the ground.
Got to work.
And then off we went. But it was another very interesting day.
Another chapter in your life.
A chapter in my life. And everyone was like, oh, well done, and you did that so well. Everyone was stunned. Nobody, jumped in.
Well, it does bring into this, we're talking about this, it does, why, because when we talked before about the bank thing, that prompt response. I mean, it's something in you where that sort of response or behaviour is sort of normative, a bit more normal, in the sense that if you don't do it, nobody else is going to do it.
No.
So it's a bit like being self-employed,
Yeah.
You can't wait for another professional to come along.
No, you've got to get it done.
You've got to get a move on
It's
it.
DIY. yeah, I love DIY.
I mean, yeah. Well, if you don't do it, no one else does it.
I like fixing things, and that's sort of stayed with me all through my life. It's more like, I think it's not so much. I don't like silence.
Silence?
Well,
you don't like silence?
No, I mean, I don't like where something's happening and nothing's happening. If something's happening that needs to be that needs a reaction, it's already happened in my head what the reaction needs to be. It's not always good. It's not always, sometimes it's been, it's cost, smashed up my car. But, it's like there is no vacuum for me. If it needs to be done, I'll do it. And that's the instinct.